Hey YouTube, it's Faye, and for today's video, I've got the second generation Toyota Tundra, and it has a broken tailgate handle, which makes it extremely difficult to open, as you can see. Oh God, dear Lord. Okay, so today I've got this $16.99 Chinese handle that I got on Amazon. I'm gonna link it in the description below. So I figured, can't possibly lose with how cheap this thing is. We're gonna try it. I'm gonna install it today and show you how to do that. And then we're also gonna see if it withstands the test of time. And hey, we'll report back in a year or so. So for starters though, we're gonna have to get this tailgate open so I can get to the back. So I think I'm gonna have to call in the big guns. Brandon! Yeah? I need you to open this! Okay, so that's how it's done. Now, starting, we've got a bunch of these little screws here on this back plate, and we're missing a bunch of them, but that's all right. You can either use a flathead or an 8mm. I'm gonna use an 8mm socket. Ta-da! So down here we have two more 8mm screws and these two clips. I'm gonna start by removing these two clips, and I'm actually gonna do this by hand. You can spray a little spray lube in here if you need to, but you basically just pop it out. Pretty easy. And now I have an extension, short little extension for my 8mm socket. My goodness gracious me. All right, did they put Loctite on that? I could have either broken it or broken it loose. Sick. We got lucky there. All right, now on the back here, we have a little tab that we're gonna push forward and then push this whole thing down. And there we go. Now before we install the new one, we're gonna swap over our lock cylinder. Now I've got my little pocket screwdriver, and I'm gonna be swapping over the lock cylinder from this piece to this piece. I mean, you can also use a 90-degree pick for this, by the way, but I just always have a pocket screwdriver on me. This little retaining clip is the only thing that holds it in. You should be able to pull this back, not take it all the way out. Just gotta pull this one out of here and move it into here. And then we'll just release it. Okay, so there's that. And now we're ready to install this. I'm gonna put it in from underneath. There we go. And then push it up into place. All right. And installation is just the reverse of removal. Get these little screws installed. Do them both by hand first. All right, we're just gonna tighten these gently. No need to go all crazy on these fellas. That is enough. Let me put these little bars back in. Okay, now before we put the cover back on, let's just test it and make sure that it works. Looks pretty nice too. Oh, that is so nice. So now that we've verified our repair, I'm gonna go ahead and put this cover back on. I did decide to replace these bolts with some screws so that they all matched and so they had a lower profile and they weren't all rusty. So right now you can see that I switched my bit from an 8mm socket to a Phillips screw. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Just a quick little DIY tutorial to make your day better. And hopefully after watching this video, you can see that with no automotive experience, you too can easily do this job, even if you've never held these tools before. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye.